Good afternoon, everyone. A very warm welcome to all the respected dignitaries, faculty members, and dear students. Today, the Leadership Club of MBA General and MBA IEV proudly organizes Industry Connect 2026 for management students. Let us begin this wonderful session on a positive note. To invoke the blessing of the Almighty, let us begin with a short prayer song. May I request everyone to rise up for the prayer song.
கருவாக்கி உருவாக்கி எனையாண்டு காத்தருளும் இறைவா நன்றி. எங்கும் நிறைந்தோனே எல்லையிலாதானே, எங்கேயும் எப்போதும் என் குலம் காப்பவனே. நெஞ்சம் துணிய துணையாய் வருவாய், நேர்மறை உணர்வுகள் பெருகிடச் செய்வாய். உடலில் உறுதியை பெரிதாய் தருவாய், உனை உணரும் அறிவை என்னுள்ளருள்வாய். சுற்றமனைத்தும் காப்பவனே, செய்தொழிலில் ஏற்றம் தருபவனே, எடுத்த செயலில் வெற்றி கொடு, என் ஆற்றல் பெருகிட அருளை கொடு. கருவாக்கி உருவாக்கி எனையாண்டு காத்தருளும் இறைவா நன்றி. வல்லமை தந்து நீ வளர்ச்சி கொடு, அகத்திலும் புறத்திலும் மலர்ச்சி கொடு. வளர்ச்சி கொடு, வளர்ச்சி கொடு, வளர்ச்சி கொடு, மலர்ச்சி கொடு.
Thank you, everyone. I request the dignitaries and the gathering to be seated. Leadership is setting an example. Now, to formally welcome the gathering, I invite Dr. A. Stephen, sir, Director, MBA, to deliver the welcome address.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. That's wonderful. Happy meeting you all in the afternoon. Today is an important day. We have three key activities going on. One is the placement drive of City Union Bank. A HR from City Union Bank have come to the campus, and the final interview is going on for your seniors. That is one activity. Second is the alumni induction of 2026 students. And third, we have a important lecture from the eminent resource person today. Master of Business Administration and Master of Business Administration IEV Leadership Club organizes a program titled Industry Connect 2026 for management students. We have with us the resource person, Mr. R. Vijayan, sir, Head of Strategic Hiring, Prodapt Solutions, Chennai. We welcome you, sir, to our campus for the lecture to the MBA students. We have the privilege of welcoming the Executive Chairman, sir, Dr. P.S. Srinivasan, sir, and our Principal, sir, Dr. K. Vijayan, sir, in their absentia. It's our privilege to welcome the Placement Director, Dr. P. Rajendran, sir, for this lecture. We welcome you, sir. We also welcome the placement in charge, Professor Rajesh, our faculty members, and all the students who are key to listen to the lectures of Mr. Vijayan, sir. Dear student, Prodapt organization is the key service provider of digital and telecom services to the industries per se and the media industries. Mr. Vijayan sir is serving in that institution for 8 years plus. Sir is not new to the campus, to KUT, to MBA. Sir has visited twice to MBA on earlier occasion, one for the induction program and on another occasion for a lecture to the MBA students. Sir has got a good habit of complimenting students who participate in the event. Probably sir identified the students who participated, and after the induction sir had been to Chennai back, and again he couriered all the compliments to begin to the students. And of course sir cross-checked also. After that he has asked me whether you have given the compliment to all the students. Such is the personal tour also. Sir has got certain compliments to reward students who take initiation. We'll be seeing in the profile, sir is an IIM Calcutta, graduate of IIM Calcutta, alumnus of thing. And how this session is going to be is that it is not only about the impact of AI in HR or all the management arena, and also it is not only about how to crack the interview. It is also about suppose if you want to get selected in the company such as Google or TCS and Wipro, things like that, based on the expectations of those company, how to position you as a management students. It is not only about giving questions, giving answers to the questions. It is about identifying you, branding you, or positioning you to the company you have in mind. That's how this session is going to be, in the words of Vijayan sir. Dear students, it's a great session, great opportunity, because sir asked whether you have chosen specialization. I told at the end of this semester, we'll be giving a orientation to all the students on various domains. Based on your interest and expertise and involvement, you will be choosing the specialization. Before this specialization, sir session is going to be a fruitful one. It's an open session. You are invited to ask questions at the time of question and answer session, and get clarified all your doubts. It will be a great learning session for all of you, and wish you all the students a happy learning. Once again, welcome Vijayan sir to the interaction to the MBA students. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for the warm welcome. A good introduction is a hearty, grateful welcome. Now it is my privilege to introduce today's esteemed chief guest. I invite Dr. T. Venkatesan, sir, HOD, MBA General, to deliver the chief guest introduction.
Very good afternoon, one and all. Today we are honored to have a distinguished guest with us. Sir from in Chennai and currently works as a head of strategic hiring and Prodapt. Sir has completed his post-graduation in human resources from IIM Calcutta and has many years of experience in industries like IT, healthcare and design. Sir has worked with well-known companies such as HCL, Tech Mahindra, Cura and Catply. Sir is an expert in HR internship, HR leadership and recruitment, workforce planning. Sir has also delivered guest lectures in more than 450 colleges and actively mentor the students. Sir also running the NGO called Spark Global Foundation, which supports the sports and skill development for underprivileged children. Sir has received many awards including CHRO of the year in 2018 and 2024. Sir have the hobbies include the photography, trekking and networking. Let us warmly welcome our chief guest. Welcome you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Gratitude is the memory of the heart. As a token of our appreciation and respect, we now request our dignitaries to kindly come forward for the presentation of the mementos. I request Dr. P. Rajendran, sir, Director, Placement and Industrial Relations, to present the memento to the chief guest and the resource person of the day, Mr. R. Vijayan, sir. Thank you, respected dignitaries, for gracing the occasion. To address the positivity is to identify the reasons for gratitude. Now, I invite Dr. P. Rajendran, Sir, Director, Placement and Industrial Relations, to deliver the felicitation address.
Respected guest, my close friend, Mr. R. Vijayan, Head of Strategic Hiring, Prodapt Solution, Chennai. Our beloved Director, Dr. Stephen Sir, heads of both MBA departments, Deputy Director, faculty members of MBA, students of MBA, and some of the students from CSBS, BTech. So very good afternoon to all of you. Indeed, a great pleasure to welcome Mr. Vijayan. Earlier he worked in Prodapt, and already worked in some of the companies called Kassi, Tech Mahindra. Sir has lot of exposure towards the HR leadership and strategic. So just we had a discussion in the morning briefly. You know, he has completed his PG at IIM Calcutta. He's the right person to talk about need of the MBA. It's a very important thing. I used to visit many industries. We used to see many HR people. Only few are like him actually. He has very good exposure in terms of physique also he is maintaining. Today afternoon we had a lunch along with him, and he was insisted us to have less food. So like that he has a lot of exposure towards the HR leadership and strategics. So coming to the placements, we do very good placements for last 10 years. So coming to MBA, almost we have reached 85% of the placement. So coming to engineering, we have a placement day coming 27th. So far 150 companies have visited to KEOT. So out of 600, 550 members got placed, we reached 90% of the placement in this year actually, 2027. Coming to our college, we have framed the new syllabus towards the industry. It's a kind of department industry vertical. Students would earn 180 credits for getting degree, in which 10% goes for only department industry vertical, which is called as a industry readiness program. 4th semester studied one subject, 5th 2, 6th 2, 7th 1. Well, come out of the course, they will be strong in any one of the domain. I think a few of our CSBS department students, those studying first year, may be sitting over here. Coming next year, you will be having the department industry vertical programs. Anyway, coming 27th, we are going to have one more guest from industry called TCS. I requested them for a visit to KEOT for signing MOU with the CSBS department alone for hiring process. Coming 27th, they are going to visit to KEOT for distributing the offer letters for 2027 batch. They are going to sign MOU for these remaining batches for hiring process of TCS. You know, CSBS is a subject called a combination of engineering and also management course, you know. So definitely this complete syllabus framed by the TCS, they are going to hire the people from KEOT after signing MOU with TCS. Really, we are very fortunate. So far 2 batches have passed out from KEOT. So without having any MOU with TCS, some of them got placed in some other companies, some of them got placed in TCS. But coming to these remaining batches, 28, 27, 28, 29 batch, so most of you will get through the interview process of TCS. Like that we are planning. And also we are going to sign MOU with them for MBA. So this time, forthcoming year, you are the first year students, so that they will recruit you in the TCS actually, for signing MOU with them for hiring the process from KEOT, KBS student. So we do a lot of activities. Only thing is that how we are going to equip yourself is most important thing. So we do conduct many industry connect program. So today morning we just coined this program, Industry Connect 2026 for management studies. It's a very good initiative taken by your department. So coming to CSC, BTech course, we need to kickstart the industry connect program. But coming to MBA, they have started already. Always they one step ahead from our engineering stream. Thank you very much, Professor, for your wonderful initiation for offering this kind of courses. I hope today we have excellent speaker. There is an opportunity you have to come forward, you have to speak. It is a very important thing. You should have the clarifications. There is a doubt, you write the doubt in the paper, you just ask the doubt. So wherever, whenever finding opportunity, you have to utilize this great opportunity. You have an excellent team, excellent expert today. He has done his PG at IIT Calcutta. It's not a small task, you know. IIM Calcutta is getting seat is not that much easy, but he has got it. He wrote the exam and he got a seat there and studied there. He has more than 20 years of industry exposure. So he's the right person to talk about the MBA. So thank you very much for accepting the invitation, coming down. Today our students will get a lot of insights. Have a fruitful day to all of you. Thank you so much for this great opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words. Great leaders don't just create teams, they create future professionals. Now comes the most awaited session of the day. We are extremely honored to welcome our chief guest, Mr. R. Vijayan, sir, Head of Strategic Hiring, Prodapt Solutions, Chennai. Sir, we are grateful for your presence here today. I request you to kindly deliver the chief guest address.
Hey, good afternoon, all. Okay, I know it is 2:30, a typical time after the lunch where always someone want to take a small nap, right? So definitely I'm disturbing a vibe which there is there. But again, certain things happens in an accident. Today, me meeting you here is also an accident. I'll say that later. Okay. But maybe for the next 45 minutes, right, like I'm completely going to dedicate this time only for you. Going to share certain perspectives. So if you can little try to put your thoughts here, let's be interactive, collaborative, then it will be great. Okay, that's the expectation. I'll tell you, there are times, at least 15 years before, right, where when I go for a session and talk to the people, people not responding or not coming on the way, right, I used to get that angerness and all those things. Slowly, I also got transformed. It is about if someone is not able to listen, then it is my mistake that I'm not able to engage them properly. So I started getting into that thing, and today it's about a win-win. If something which I'm delivering has sense of taking away for you, then you will listen. If it is not coming your way, then you're not going to listen, right? So it's about a win-win. To an extent, I will try to deliver what would be properly needed for you. At the same time, always feedback is open. So end of the session, if you can share what is your feedback, what could be covered, what is missed and things like that, you can definitely take it up. And it's not a one-day affair. Always like I have people, Rajendra and Rajesh and all, like there's someone who can come to my house and meet me. So today we are starting, but throughout the year, wherever possible, I'll definitely drop in here and connect with you people. Okay. So throughout your second year, how I can support you in all possible ways, and end of next year, how you can get placed, wherever possible, I can definitely support out. Okay, that's going to be the context setting for today, and with that, we will move on to a presentation mode. Check. Yeah. We'll move the slides. Okay, good. So, today we are going to go one step ahead. Before getting into the topic of it, right, let me little understand about yourself. I believe all of you are first year students and you're on the end of your first year, right? Yes? How many of you have already thought about what specialization you're going to take? Okay, so can you throw some light? What's your specialization you're thinking about? Finance and marketing, okay. This side? Okay. HR and finance, okay. Something more? Operations, okay. Fine. So the rest of them are still thinking about what could be the right one, right? That's my understanding. Okay, fine. There could be a chance where people have completed your UG and then worked in a company and then joined an MBA. Is anyone like that? Okay, so you worked earlier. Which company you worked? Accenture. How many years? 2 years. And then you joined here. Good. And how many of you here are from the engineering background? Okay, you're all done your UG engineering and then took your thing. All others are either BCom, BBA, BSc, that way, right? Okay, clear. So, as I told you, we are going to go one step ahead. I'm sure you would have had sessions of how to crack the interview and all those things, right? Till now? Yes? Okay. So, I'm going to go one step ahead and saying how you're going to get into an organization and what would be the challenges you will face and how you can overcome it. That's going to be the predominant topic. While I'm touching there, automatically, like how to get into that company and questioning, answering there will automatically come in. Okay. So assume that next year at the same time where you are waiting for an opportunity or already grabbed an opportunity, how situation will be there. The reason I'm touching that today itself is that next 1 year you have time to prepare yourself not only on the syllabus side, but physically the way how you have to groom yourself, how you have to position yourself, right? That is what is the key. And being KIOT always takes that leap of doing it extraordinarily well. I confirm my coming to this institution today morning and received a gift which is with my name, right? These are something wow. There are many wow factors are there. So that way the institution is also doing relatively well. So you are also, I'm sure, in 2x category of going and touching it out, right? So that way today we're going to see path to careers, provisioning and positioning. Provisioning and positioning yourself into it. How do you provision yourself to go along with that? That's what we're going to do. Okay. So this is, anyway, they gave an introduction about me. So just to put it out, I'm a typical Chennai boy, studied in St. John's, and then I did my UG in MGR University. Then I did my PG in IIM Calcutta. Wanted to be a HR from day one. So my first company is HCL Technologies. It also happened through an accident. If time permits, I'll say about how I got into HCL for that particular job. And then Satyam is now called as Tech Mahindra. It has been acquired by Tech Mahindra. I also work for a company called Cura, which is a healthcare company, and then Caterpillar, a design company. And I also experimented. I tried doing something on my own, okay. And then I also work for Prodapt till now. Like it's around 8 years now with Prodapt. This is about the short introduction about me. So, agenda for the day. First, we'll talk about understanding the corporate dynamics. How typically a corporate works. Today, from today to the next 365 days, how you have to prepare yourself to understand the corporate. Second is that a career provisioning strategies. What are the things, strategies you have to put into place? Generally, every year, at least I could see around 4 lakh plus MBAs are coming in different formats. How you can be little unique on that and position yourself across India is very important. So understanding the provisioning strategies. And finally, positioning for a visibility of growth. That is very important. Today, everyone talks about a world called viral, right? You do something that has to become viral, then people will see at you, right? And that needs to be sustainable. One viral is not going to get enough. It has to be multiple virals and things like that. So how you can position yourself to take that, right? That's where we have to look into it. So these 3 things, I want to have it more engaging. So wherever possible, you can connect and talk on that, right? go on. Next. First thing, typically, the difference between an academic and corporate environment. See, if you understand this one thumb rule, right, then it will be very easier. Today, you're all seated here together. Some differentiation, there are some people from the engineering background, majority are from the arts background, and you're all studying the same syllabus, the professors are same, syllabus is same, the way you get exposure, everything is same. But when you get into a corporate environment, right, you will meet someone who has just completed a UG degree and working there, who would be typically junior than you. So you will be starting from someone at 20 years to someone at 60 years who's about to get retired, who is at the CXO level. So different environment, different set of people will be there looking at it. And it is not that how someone treats you here. Someone comes you and teaches you, giving you an assignment, you work, you submit. Sometimes your assignment is not even seen, top 2 assignment is seen and then given marked kind of thing, right? Those environment will be completely different there. When you get into a corporate, they say it's a teamwork. You have to work as a team. At the same time, individually what you are delivering, what you are doing by yourself is very, very important. So as a team, we delivered this. Fine, well, good, clap hands, but what is your role in that? That will be the question. So today, here, even though you're not listening something, your friend is listening and then you can get notes from your friend and you go along with it, right? Sometimes your friend can also help you in your examinations. But when it comes to a corporate, first thing you have to understand is that there'll be people around you, but not necessary that everyone should help you. You should be you. You have to understand your individuality, what is your strength, and you have to go into it. So you have to understand that how you are here cannot be carried the same way of working there in a corporate and do it. So very importantly, the difference between an academic and corporate is that here it is a teach-based method and you can experiment and things like that. There also you can experiment at the fault of saying one time is a mistake. Second time is a repeat, fine. Third time is a negligence. They'll see that again and again if you make the same mistake, then they look at it as a negligence. So negligence is not accepted for a long-term career. Okay. Secondly, expectation in the workplace. So you people today, I could see you in different dress codes and all those things, right? You would follow a hero or you would follow a model and all those things. But when it comes to an office environment, but to someone who claims to be an MBA graduate coming there, right? The basic expectation is you should be dressed up properly. Either it is formal, you are not required to wear a coat every day, but when there is a customer visit, they will expect you to come in a coat. Secondly, when you are presenting something, right? Like you should formally dress it up and you should carry your things properly. You cannot borrow there. Like today, you can miss your pen, you could go ask someone or think. There, it is not like that. It is something where you have to have your PPT, you should have it out. You have to maintain it kind of thing. So start from the scratch. What I'm trying to say is that many of you, for your hairstyle, for a thing, now what it is good. But try to little trim it out, groom it out yourself better, right? Mostly try to wear a plain shirt kind of thing, which can match any kind of band, light colors, plain colors kind of thing. And there are some basics, at least for boys will say, right? Your belt color should match your shoe color. Black belt, black shoe, brown belt, brown shoe, right? And like always try to see how, it is not about the costume, but how it suits you is very, very important. Okay, you don't need to get new shirt every time, but whatever you have, press it, iron it, and put it out. So a corporate environment is more on, yeah. So the workplace expects saying that first, how do you look? Next only, what is your skill? So please, from now onwards, at least for the next 1 year, you may follow someone, that's fine, but he is already taken. You see that how you can position yourself better. So if you can groom yourself and present you better, that'll be good. Same for the girls. So I'm sure you should be having your waistcoat and all those things for some of the events and things like that. But see that how you can carry that and what is the combination along with it, right? Many times when you are able to wear a waistcoat and able to talk, right? Sometimes a confidence will come up, but you have to be prepared for it. Suddenly one fine day, putting it out and going and talking is not going to work out. Now it is time that how you put it out, how do you carry that, and how do you maintain it for the whole day. Those things are very, very important. So starting from the dress code, the expectation of the corporate is you should be a professional, right? From there it starts to the next level. How you can follow ethics. Here there could be a scenario where you can do some mischievous thing and you can still escape from here. But there it is all about ethics. What do you follow? What is the value system you carry there and things like that. How you are prompt, being on time. If it is expected to be 3 days from the office, you have to be there. You cannot keep skipping it out, right? You have to inform if you're not coming. So all those comes under basic ethics, and that's how it says that what taught you. See, when you take a small kid, right? If it is making a mistake, then say, unga parents unnu solli kodukaliya. Same way, when you make a mistake, they'll say, is it not being taught to you in the college? So you also carry a college brand along with you. So see that how you can be able to present you better and position you better there. And finally, importance of adapting to the continuous learning. See, today, again, big debate going on about AI. AI will replace a job and all those things, right? Only very simple thing. AI is not going to replace anyone's job. Someone learned AI can replace a job of someone who doesn't learn AI. That's the scenario. You people, mostly being a management grads, right? You should also be aware of AI. Not necessary that you have to sit and do an architecture of AI, no. But how to give a better prompt, how to use, where to use which prompt. At that level, if you are able to be aware of it, that is more than enough. Today, too many tools have come in. Last 4 months, the AI is, most of the AI is like, it's gone the ChatGPT days, it's about Claude. Okay, Claude AI is the one which has been ruling for the last 3 months and are using it out. In fact, if you are aware of the news, right, the 2 months before when the attack happened, US had an attack and Khamenei was being assassinated, right? That complete planning was done by the AI Claude beta version. It made the sketch of how to identify it and what can be the better way of doing it. All the inputs has been done. The series of things, analyzing it and saying which is the right time to kill and all those. Right? This was done by Claude. So then Claude assured that they will not do it again. We will be more ethical, and that's where it has got into the licenses and people have started using it out. So that way, it's very important that your continuous learning is very, very important. What is currently happening? How do I grab it out? You at least have to understand that what are the companies who are acquiring a different company, which is coming into the for the sale, who's opening up the IPOs and all those things. So these are some basic things which, as MBAs, you should be aware of. There is a company called Mindsprint that is recently, like before a week, it was acquired by Wipro for a $375 million deal. Okay, so this is one thing which is there very much as a news, but I don't know how many of you are able to go with. Likewise, you should know what are the mergers and acquisitions happening. As a MBAs, you should be aware of it. What deal they have done it. What is their next move, how they are going to integrate and take it out, all those things. So a corporate environment, very important to understand the continuous learning part of it. Not just about what is there in the books, but how you are able to learn what is required for you. Right? Okay, career pathways in corporate world. When I say the first one, types of career path, specialist versus generalist. See, generalist, there is a role called HR generalist. There is something called PMO generalist. Generalist, someone will know multiple things, but he'll not have a depth knowledge of it, but he can manage it out, managing the general stuffs of it. Okay. Specialist is something where you are the key to it. If I take a HR itself as an example, there is a HR generalist where he will know multiple things. He'll know about policy, he'll know about process, he'll also know about hiring people, exiting people, all those things. But specialist is someone called, say, a CNB, compensation and benefit expert. He is the one who will frame the compensation structure. There's a TA expert where talent acquisition strategy will be done by someone. There is someone by name L&D specialist. Learning and development strategy will be done by him. So likewise, you should understand what is your goal to do it. When you are a specialist, it is very easy to find out different opportunities and go along with it. But when you are a generalist, right, you should be trying to identify what will be your strength and go along with it. So most likely, I would say that try to become that specialist. Any specialization you take, right, within that, be a specialist of it. Similarly, functional areas like marketing, finance, HR, operations, etc. Here, everywhere it is very important to understand what is your individual strength and go for it. Since I'm a HR, I take more of a HR examples. If you are someone who can talk to any number of people, any point of time you can talk to anyone, any crowd, someone can be managed and things like that, right? You would be good at employee engagement kind of a portfolio. You can be a strong to it. Someone who's very good at analytical things, you have taken HR as a specialization, but analytically you are very strong, you can make numbers, play with numbers, then compensation benefit would be a close match for you. You are good at training, coaching people, L&D would be a closer bit for it. Okay. If you are someone who can manage the different diversity of people, then HR operations would help you to understand different level of people and go along with that. So it's all about your strength. So same way, both in finance, operations, right? You should understand what is your strength. If you understand that, then it will be easy for you to position yourself there. And third thing, when you get into a situation of being an individual contributor, manager, leader, right? So sometimes you will feel that, sir, it is becoming a little tough for me to collaborate and work. I can independently do things, but I cannot collaborate. Still, there is a role called IC, which is independent contributor role. You can be a specialist of doing one thing I can do independently. Give me a task, 9 to 5, I'll complete and go. But it will be tough for me to sit along with people and do it out. But if you take a manager is someone who manages a bunch of people and he has to give the work, take the work and do it out. Leader is one who goes beyond that, who thinks from all the things, not just managing. What is the strategy? What is the problem statement? How do I fix it up? How many people I have to deploy for it? How to get the work done? So these are different areas where how you can understand what is that coming for you. Individual contributor cannot be a great manager, okay? But individual contributor over a point of time, he can become a leader because he puts the strategies in place. Same way, a manager can slowly aspire to become a leader. So there will be scenarios where it is only an independent contributor, can you do it? So it's about how you are able to pursue that and take it along with it. So provisioning, preparing for the journey, like how you have to provision yourself next 1 year, what are the things you have to put it out in your mind to prepare yourself to go there. So starting from your skill development, technical skill, domain specific. So any of the things, like if you take your finance, in finance, what is the latest technical tools available? Tally is one thing is little outdated. What are the next things which are available? Right? Yeah. So how much you are able to understand SAP for it and go along with it. So that way, understanding the technical domain specific skills is very important. In HR, there is something called ATS, application tracking system, right? So there are various ATS tools are there, how you are able to do the thing using that. So that way, understand technically on what you are doing. Supply chain management, there are a lot of SaaS tools which are available for it. So how you take that and go along with it. And similarly, when it comes to a soft skill, right, your communication, team working, emotional intelligence. So in communication, there are two things. Communication skills, communicating skills. I have a very good English knowledge, but I will not talk. I will keep it within me, right? Then you lack that communicating skills, right? It is also important that how do you communicate? What do you say? How much you try to communicate yourself. So many a time it's not about knowing the knowledge, but how do you communicate? Today, using a AI tool, people are writing some very good lessons of things into it. But if you are able to pull out that and start talking about that, it will be very tough. So it is also important that how do you not just communicate, it's about how you communicate to the people, a larger audience without any tool and things like that. And similarly, when you talk about emotional intelligence, right? We ourselves quotes that, hey, I am a very sensitive person. If someone scolds, I will cry, or I'll be down and things like that. In a corporate environment, you cannot be like that. Your seniors will scold you and they'll say, this is nonsense, you cannot do it, right? Then in college, there are times where your HOD scold you, then I'm down, today I will not go to study. You cannot be there in a thing because they are paying you for it. You have to wipe that and go. In our language, we'll call it as a thick skin. Okay, thick skin is something where whatever ever issue is there, the skin is able to hold it out. So that way, you will be going to a situation where tough targets will be given. They'll scold you. They'll say that you are useless and things like that. But still, how do you overcome that and keep moving, right? That's where your emotional intelligence comes into place. How you handle your emotions there, right? Here, you may expect your friends that, okay, fine, if you are sad, you want 4 friends to come sit next to you, pamper you, and try to bring you out, right? There, it is no matter. Even if you're not well, right? Okay, go to the medical room, take a medical check, and come back and do your work. That's how it is. No big connect and all will happen. But here in college, the things are different. So how much you are able to understand the emotions of yourself more than understanding others, emotion of yourself, then you can resonate and go along with the people. So emotional intelligence is a very, very important factor as you grow and go to a different organization. Similarly, when it comes to the certification internships, right? Like today, like many certifications are there. Can I do this? Can I do that? Right? It's about how much you're able to implement it. It's very, very important. You can also do a SAP certification or things like that, right? Find out a case study and see that how you're able to do one case study solving. That makes a difference, because you can just say that I am certified SAP professional, but the interviewer will ask you saying that how much you are able to solve the issue out of it, right? It's not about the book knowledge, about things. So see that in the companies also they expect the same thing, how you are able to apply that in a place. Generally they'll say, right, like, ship in a shore is always safe, but it's not the purpose it is made, which means that you have multiple things, but all in a book level, then it is very, very tough. You have to apply it out and see how you take it, things along with it. Internship, please try to avoid this, like online internship, and you will not even see in the company kind of thing. Try to avoid it as much as possible. Go physically and find a company and do an internship. It will be very, very helpful for you. And there are a lot of training institute scams are happening. If you give 10,000 rupees, we'll get you a certificate where you have already completed your internship and things like that. So don't even go there. That will be good for completing your course, but not for your career, right? Identify, go hunt, take an internship. It is, I'll not say easy to find an internship, but there are ways to do it out. But go physical internship, that will be very, very useful for you. Similarly, when it comes to networking and mentorship, so today they were saying that, okay, there is an alumni induction program is happening. It's important that you also understand who are your alumni here, what they do, and who's the previous batches of people who are going ahead and doing it. For example, yesterday I was here for 2023 MBA batch in the day 1 program. So from there are a set of people who always follow me, reach me for some doubts and all those things. So there's a girl by name Shreya who's still in connect with me. She called me and said she is currently working. She has got an interview in TCS, and she was asking for, can you help me of how TCS interview would be, can you help me and things like that. So the point is that your seniors are already getting into corporate organizations. So you can see who are your seniors, you can try to take the database of people, you can connect with them and see how you can get an internship out of it. So this networking will help you not only for like just on knowing about it, but I would be like, if someone, forget about IIM, okay, in MGR University, someone has studied means, right, automatically I'll feel that, oh fine, there's opportunity, can I try him, that way. So lot of people who are already in your senior level, right, who are already in the corporates, right, if you're able to reach them, say, hey, I have this skill, I'm in the same college, can I get an opportunity in your company, can you get me an internship? They will at least try to say, oh, for my college girl or my college boy, my junior, I will try to do something. That way, try to see how much you're able to network, and also apart from your alumni, right, try to see how much you are able to put yourself on LinkedIn. So when it comes to LinkedIn, I just want to ask you, I'm sure everyone have a LinkedIn account, right? Anyone who doesn't have it? How many connections you have? Maximum number of connections? 1,800? 300? 700? 1,980? 950? Any idea how many connections you can have? Any guesses? No, maximum. Yes, nothing wrong in this thing. Okay. Any beyond guess? It's not infinity. There's a cap for it. No, not 1 lakh. Okay. 30,000 connections is the maximum you can have as a network. Okay. Followers can be unlimited. It can go beyond the number, but 30,000 connections is what you can have it out, right? I have reached 30,000 long back and trying to maintain the thing to it. Even you people can do in 1 year you can do it. Again, what we do with that is very important. So you can increase your network. I'll tell you how simply it works. Assume that you have some 1,000 connections. You go and write, okay, today there's a session is there, you are going and writing about the thing, that goes to that 1,000 people. 1,000 people can see that. If they are going to write back or comment, right, that again goes to their network and things like that. That way, the maximum number of connections you have and you are able to exhibit your skills there, that will go to a multiple thing. When you're able to tag your alumni there, then it will go to the next thing. So I don't need to explain you about how that network connect works, the engineering part of it. So obviously Instagram, Facebook, you have seen how it works, right? LinkedIn is also like that. 95% LinkedIn is a safe way to professionally search for opportunity and things like that. So try to see how much you can increase your network. At the same time, not that same your college friends, you're adding people, no. Go find out companies. You can add up to 50 groups. You can follow unlimited companies. Go to companies, find out, and then start following people. Get connected with them. Every day you can put up to 25 connection requests you can put. Rigorously, if you are doing it out, right? Out of 25 connection, 50% turnaround also, you'll get at least 12 to 13 connections which comes to you. That way, you can every day increase the number of connections in your thing, target the organization and go. So networking is very, very important, where from there you can find out, if you want to find out some mentors for you. There are people who are ready to give mentorship thing. And you can connect with them and say that I want a mentorship on this if you can support and things like that way. So this goes as a cycle. And finally, when it comes to a personal branding, right? Your LinkedIn, as I told you, it is very important for you to position yourself there. Second is that how to have your resume, not that a normal copy of it, but your individual resume, right? What best you have done, what is that? It has to be updated every month as and when you are doing a course or you are completing a program, right? We can add that and you can have it out. And finally, your elevator pitch. What is your plan? Next 5 years, where you want to be. For that, what you have prepared now. As of today, you can think about next 1 year. I want to join this company. I have a target of, say, most of the people on the finance saying that, okay, I want to go to a GCC kind of a company. So what is the target to go there? HR, I want to go to this company. What is the target for it? So have your elevator pitch for it. 1 year plan. From there, then you identify a company. From there, 3 year plan. How I want to position it down. From there, 5 year plan. I want to become a manager of the function. How do I do it? So this is how you have to provision your journey and go along with it. So positioning yourself. From there, the visibility part of it. How do you take it in? So build your building visibility is very important. If today in this class, right, it is not about just your outlook, how you are doing. The level of questions you're going to ask, how you are going to get yourself branded within the college is very important. Next is that, okay, how many events you're participating outside, and not just participating, but winning something. Oh, this girl from KIOT has done this, boy from this batch has done this, right? That way, positioning is very, very important. Taking ownership of projects. So different projects, various projects are there. Take the ownership of and trying that, try to solve something. Today, you can take any public project also, right? So, for example, if you take, now the election time is going on, a lot of people give you different perspectives of the thing. You pick up a data and say that what is that for this region, what is it? How many industries have gone? Last 5 years, what is the peak for it? Which didn't went wrong, okay? Which could be the right thing. If you can, like, I'm sure everyone have crossed the age of voting now. You come out with a perspective and say that, hey, I have done the 5-year research of this particular constitution. Here, this is what it is. I think voting to this person would be a benefit for us. If you're able to come out with a project, something of that sort. I'm saying this is an example. You can pick up multiple much things of it as a project and do it. That you can show it in your resume. Volunteering for cross-functional initiative. How many of you have volunteered yourself for external activities, CSR activities? Good. So if you have not got a chance, try to see if you can find out ways to position yourself for some volunteering activities. I also run an NGO. Many times I've seen students coming forward for it. So if you get options here in your place, please see that you are volunteering yourself. That will change your way, because you'll get a chance to meet many senior people when you're doing a volunteering activity. That can convert to an opportunity also. Sharing achievements without bragging. So like your achievement is very important. How you have done it is very important, but you should not say it is only me, because of me only I was able to do it. No. You have to also say who are the people who supported you, how you are able to achieve that. No. When you are able to put those things along with thanking the people who brought you there would be very, very helpful. Similarly, strategic communication. So many times you connect with someone or talk to him, only don't have it as a situationship where only for that reason I'm connected with them. No, you have to follow, you have to see that, okay, what they have done, how you can go back and wish them when it is required and things like that. So that way your strategic communication is very important, not for one particular purpose, for a long-term purpose. And similarly, knowing your audience. It's very important whom you are dealing with. For example, I gave you an example of having 1,500 connection. Every one of our students is not going to help out. You should also know who are the different people in the group and do it out. While you are taking LinkedIn as an example, if you are writing something which is more local to Salem, right? If you have some international connections, they'll not even know what you're trying to say. So you should be more common of knowing your audience and presenting something which is a common one. If you're talking about a specific thing, maybe that content is not apt for a LinkedIn related thing. Being conscious and impactful. So it is about how you coincide yourself, how you're able to show that impactness is very important. Many times, right, we'll start something. Okay, I'm going to walk or I'm going to run, I'm going to be fit and things like that. But are you continuing it? That's very, very important. So you would say today you get some energy and say that, okay, from tomorrow I'm going to do a CSR activity. I'm going to take some project and do and all those things. But what is the consistency? Don't do 10 things, but pick up 2 things, but do it regularly. Go towards it. The impact should be viewed and it has to be taken back. Same way, relationship building. Very important to have relationship in terms of how you know your seniors. Like by now your second year is kind of out, right? You should have that healthy conversations with them, understand what are the challenges they are facing, how you can understand from it and reduce for you, right? That's very important. And whenever you have, like your placement team is here, so if you are getting people from various corporates coming there, right? You can volunteer and say, sir, I wanted to talk to them. Can you get us, that could be a resource person for an engineering thing, but still you can get a chance to connect with them, get some inputs and say that. That way, no one is going to stop you. If you're willing to go and talk to them, no one is going to stop you. But whether are you ready to do that attempt? That's very, very important. Similarly, internal networking is very important. Within you, right, find out if there is, you get a network within your students, understand how many parents are a doctor or how many of them are entrepreneurs. Can you try to, if there is a small factory run by any one of your friend's father, you can form a team to go and visit the thing and understand from that. Likewise, internal networking also is very important. Just knowing the friend's name or friend's birthday and celebrating a birthday, getting a treat is not going to be enough. Go one step beyond that. Understand what is that they can bring it for you and which can be taken up along with it. And finally, building trust with managers and peers. So when you are looking at things beyond, right? First, initially with your HOD or with your placement team, have you made that bonding? Have you able to, they also see multiple people like you, but how do you create that impact to it? So 4 or 5 times if you're going and asking them, any resource person I want to meet, right? Then automatically they'll know, oh, this girl from MBA always is curious to meet a lot of people. Your name will get familiarized to them. Likewise, start building that thing. Okay, talk to your chairman. When you get a chance to talk to the chairman, talk to the chairman. Find out, okay, fine, if he is able to meet a new person, if he can introduce him to you or have more sessions. Every week I want 1 session, a resource person has to be here. If you're able to make it up, you can make it up. You can also invite people to come forward kind of thing. So that way, building trust between the managers and peers helps you to identify your thing. So same thing happens in the thing. All those things, you can put it or position yourself into a company. In company also the expectation, the corporate world is the same. Yeah. So navigating the challenges in the corporate life, common challenges, okay? Ambiguity in roles, office politics, work-life balance. So there will be a situation, as I told you, someone of same age group but did a course in a different thing, he may come 1 level above to you. Okay, so there is always the ambiguity in the role, saying that what role you have gone in, am I doing the right role, how things will change and all those things. But you have to understand what is important for you. If you have taken that career as a serious one, then you have to go along with it. So ambiguity roles will come in, but you understanding your need of doing things will change. Similarly, office politics, you can never avoid office politics. Any company, even it is a 10-member company or a 10 lakh company, there will be politics. You have to understand it and navigate and go. you cannot say that, okay, this company has a politics, so it is more toxic, so I cannot work in the company. Every company will have it out. So you have to understand where it comes, how you can navigate and go kind of thing. Until or unless you start your own company and say, I will never have politics, still, it's a good vision, but still, even in that company also, there will be a situation of politics will come. So you should understand, navigate and keep going along with that. Don't take yourself stress to it or blaming the company is not going to help out. Work-life balance, as per me, the work-life balance is something where we create it out. You, today, this Gen Z and Gen Alpha people are very clear that I want to do only this within this timing and things. They're very clear. But are you able to complete all those things in that 6 hours or 7 hours within the time frame? If you're fixing the time saying that, hey, I will work only between this time to this time, but you have to work. You cannot do other things and then claim that, okay, I am a Gen Alpha, so I will work only within this time. No. So work-life balance is more about how you are able to give priority for the people. I want to spend time with my friends. Yeah, you should do it, but you have to complete your work and do it. That way, if you're able to balance things, then it will be better. Many times you don't know what is the priority. A Monday morning, consoling my friend is a priority means it's a problem. Monday morning, it will be like, you come after 2 days, there will be some work pending, you have to concentrate there. You can still take it up in the evening. So how much you are able to prioritize yourself there is very, very important. Similarly, strategies to overcome it. So emotional resilience. See, even I have emotions, everyone have emotions, but how do you overcome it? During the office times, there could be a scenario where you may like a boy or a boy would like you, or situations will make you both to be together and all those things. So it is also important to know, hey, this is a workplace. Here, I should only concentrate on my work. After the work, coming out from the office, I can do anything of my personal choice. But within the office, you should be more clear of what you want to do. Sometimes this is what it is. It leads to a posh case or it leads to a disciplinary actions because we don't know what to do or how to do. College or something is something different. But when it comes to the office, you should be very clear on how do you respect your work and take it along with you. Similarly, seeking feedback. See, very important that you should ask feedback. Here in college, there's a system which says that every month there is an exam, every quarter you have an assessment, the feedback will be given to you and all those things. But in corporate, it will not be like that. You have to seek for feedback. End of the year, there will be assessment will be there. They'll say, what is your performance? For this performance, will you get increment or not? They'll say. But in the middle, it is important for you to say that, hey, 3 months is over. You have to sit with your manager, understand, tell me my feedback. Which are the areas I have to improve, right? What are the things which is going positive on me? Where is the areas of improvement for me? Same way, you can ask your peers also. The next girl who's sitting to you or next boy who's sitting to you, you can ask, tell me about my feedback, what I have to improve and things like that. This seeking feedback is very, very important. Many times, someone says good about us, we are very happy. But something they say wrong, right? We immediately take it up. How can he say like that? Whether he is right or wrong. Why? How can he say me, right? This is how it is. ஒரு நம்மளை பாராட்டும் போது ஹாப்பியாக எடுத்துப்போம். பட் நம்மளோட இது நீ பண்ணுறது சரியில்லைன்னு சொல்லும் போது கஷ்டமாக இருக்கும். இதில் ஒரு ஓப்பனாக ஒரு ஃபீட்பேக் கொடுக்கணும்னா ஐ டெல் யூ தேர் ஆர் மெனி டைம்ஸ் உங்களோட ஒரு ஹைஜீன் ஃபேக்டரில் ஒரு ஃபீட்பேக் வரும். பட் அதை நம்ம சொல்கிறதுக்கு கஷ்டப்படுவோம், கேட்குறதுக்கு கஷ்டப்படுவோம். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், இஃப் யூ ஹேட் அ பேட் பிரெத், உங்களுக்கு ஏதோ ஒரு ரீசனில் உங்களுக்கு ஒரு பேட் பிரெத் இருக்குது, நீங்கள் பேசினா ஒரு ஆர்டர் வருதுன்னு வச்சுங்களேன், உங்கள் கூட இருக்கவங்க பார்த்தா தே வில் ஹெசிடேட் டு சே யூ. உங்கள் ஃப்ரெண்டாக தான் சொல்லிடுவாங்க, பட் ஜென்ரலாக அவங்க கலீக்ஸ் ஹெசிடேட் பண்ணுவாங்க சொல்கிறதுக்கு. பட் வென் யூ ஆர் கெட்டிங் தட் சான்ஸ், உங்களுக்கு அந்த மாதிரி சுச்சுவேஷன் வேறு யாரோ அப்படி வருதுன்னா, இட் இஸ் குட் தட் யூ சே, ஏ அன்ஃபார்ச்சுனேட்லி ஐ குட் சி அ பேட் ஆர்டர் அண்ட் யூ கேன் யூ டேக் இட் அப். நீங்கள் சொன்னால் தான் பார்த்தா தெரியும், இல்லைனா அது தெரியவே தெரியாது. அதே மாதிரி பார்த்தா கெட்டிங் அ லைக் இஃப் சமன் சேஸ் தட் ஓகே ஃபைன், ஹே லைக் உங்கள் தலையில் டேண்ட்ரஃப் இருக்குது, லைக் இட் இஸ் ஒரு மாதிரி பார்த்தா டிஸ்கஸிங்காக இருக்கும் உங்கள் பிளேஸ் அப்படின்னும் போது. பட் தே நாட் சே தட். சம்டைம்ஸ் பார்த்தா கார்பரேட்டில் பார்த்தா உங்களை அப்படியே நெக்லெக்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க. அப்போ உங்களுக்கு தெரியணும். பட் நீங்கள் ஃபீட்பேக் கேட்டாலும் தெரியும். ப்ளீஸ் டெல் மீ வாட் இஸ் த ஃபீட்பேக், சம்திங் இஸ் ராங் அட் மீ ஐ பிலீவ், பட் என்னன்னு சொல்லுங்கன்னு. நீங்கள் வெறும் அந்த அப்ரிசியேஷனை மட்டுமே எதிர்பார்த்துட்டு இருந்தீங்கன்னா யூ கேனாட் டேக் இட் அப். பட் யூ ஷுட் சே, இஸ் தேர் எனிதிங் ராங், கேன் ஹேவ் டு டூ இட் அவுட். ஸோ நீங்கள் கேட்டால் தான் சம்டைம்ஸ் அந்த ஃபீட்பேக்ஸ் வரும். ஸோ வெரி வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் டு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் த ஃபீட்பேக் வாட் இட் இஸ். அதை நீங்கள் இப்பயே ஆரம்பிக்கலாம். நெக்ஸ்ட் 1 year நீங்கள் காலேஜ்குள்ளே உங்கள் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ்குள்ளேயே நீங்கள் ஃபீட்பேக் கேட்க ஆரம்பிக்கலாம். தென் யூ கேன் அப்ளை இட் இன் த ஆர்கனைசேஷன் ஆல்சோ. டைம் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் அண்ட் ப்ரையாரிட்டைசேஷன் வெரி வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். உங்களோட டைம் நெக்ஸ்ட் 1 year நீங்கள் எப்படி யூஸ் பண்ண போகிறீங்க, எவ்ரி திங் லைக் நிறைய ப்ரையாரிட்டிஸ் இருக்கும். பட் அதை எப்படி பார்த்தா நீங்கள் அதை மேனேஜ் பண்ண போகிறீங்க, எது இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் ஃபார் யூ அப்படின்றது. ஸ்பெண்ட் டைம் மோர் ஃபார் ட்ரைங் டு ஃபைண்ட் அவுட் internship, find an opportunity for you and things like that. அதை விட்டுட்டு வந்து பார்த்தா டோன்ட் லைக் சே ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஒரு ஃபுல் ஐபிஎல் மேட்சை நான் உட்காந்து டெய்லி பார்த்தே ஆகணும், நாட் நெசசரி ஃபார் இட். நீங்கள் உங்களுக்கு பிடிச்ச ஃபேவரட் டீம் மட்டும் பாருங்கள், பட் எல்லா மேட்சும் பார்க்கணும் அப்படின்றது கிடையாது. அன்லஸ் யூ ஆர் ஸ்ட்ராட்டஜைசிங் சம்திங், அதுலேருந்து நீங்கள் ஒரு இது பண்ண போகிறீங்கன்னா ஃபைன். இல்லைனா வந்து பார்த்தா டோன்ட் வேஸ்ட் யுவர் டைம் ஆன் சர்டன் திங்ஸ். ஒரு மூவியை ரிப்பீட் பார்க்குறது, அது வாவ் மூவி, அதை ரிப்பீட் பண்ணுறேன், அப்புறம் வந்து பார்த்தா நான் வந்து ஒரு இதை கிரியேட் பண்ணுறேன். ஓகே ஃபைன், கிரியேட்டிங் ரீல் இஸ் நாட் ராங், பட் யாரோ பண்ண ஒரு டான்ஸையே திருப்பியும் வந்து நவடேஸ் ட்ரெண்ட் தட் ஒரே டான்ஸு அதை வந்து ஒரு டிஃப்ரெண்ட் குரூப்ஸ் அகைன் அண்ட் அகைன் பண்ணிக்கிட்டே இருக்காங்க. ஓகே, ராதர் யூ கிரியேட் சம்திங், புது கண்டென்ட் நீங்கள் கிரியேட் பண்ணுங்கள். ஒய் ஆர் யூ வேஸ்டிங் டைம் அண்ட் ரெப்ளிகேட்டிங் சம் ஒன் செல்ஸ், ரைட்? ஸோ தட் வே இட் இஸ் வெரி வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். ஹவு டு யூ ப்ரையாரிட்டைஸ் யுவர் டைம், ஹவு யூ ஆர் ஏபிள் டு புட் வாட் இஸ் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் ஃபார் இட், ரைட்? சம்டைம்ஸ் நம்ம தேவையில்லாத ஒரு விஷயத்தை வந்து லைக் பீப்புள் வெயிட் ஃபார், ஐ ஹவ் சீன் பீப்புள் வெயிட்டிங் ஃபார் திஸ் ஹீரோஸ் ட்ரைலர் இஸ் கம்மிங் அட் நைட் 11:55. ஸோ these people wait for that 11:55. ஏன் நாளைக்கு காலையில் பார்க்கலாம்ல, அது நைட் 11:55 தான் பார்க்கணுமா? யூ ஆர் வேஸ்டிங் அவர் டைம் டு கோ டுவர்ட்ஸ் இட். தட்ஸ் வாட் ஐம் சேயிங். ஸோ ப்ரையாரிட்டைஸ் ஆன் ஃபார் யுவர் கரியர் விச் இஸ் வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். உங்கள் கரியரில் எது இம்பார்ட்டண்ட்டோ ஜஸ்ட் ட்ரை டு புட் யுவர் டைம் ஆன் தட். ப்ரையாரிட்டைஸ் ஆன் விச் இஸ் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் ஃபார் யூ, ரைட்? சில விஷயங்கள் வந்து பார்த்தா தட் இஸ் ஃபார் தெம். நீங்கள் வெயிட் பண்ணி பார்த்து அதுக்கு லைக் கொடுக்குறனால வந்து பார்த்தா அவங்களுக்கு தான் வந்து பார்த்தா they are going to get the income, not for you. So see that which is important for you and take it along with that. Yeah. Finally, the role of a mentor and manager. See, there's a difference between a mentor and manager. இங்கே கூட வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா you can find out your mentors who can do it out. Your immediate manager cannot be your mentor. Okay, mentor is someone who guides you how to do and things like that. Manager is someone says these are the things you are supposed to do. So identify your mentors, identify your managers. Similarly, how to find and engage with them. Like நீங்கள் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா லிங்க்டின்ல ஆரம்பிச்சு நீங்கள் ஃபைண்ட் அவுட் பண்ணலாம். உங்களுக்குன்னு ஒரு மென்டர் ரொம்ப ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். அவங்கள கரெக்டாக ஃபைண்ட் அவுட் பண்ணுங்கள். யூ கேன் ஸ்பெண்ட் டைம் கரெக்டாக வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா எப்போ இதை எப்படி பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி. இப்போ நீங்கள் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா மெனி செட் தட் எனக்கு வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா என்ன ஸ்பெஷலைசேஷனே தெரியல அப்படின்றீங்க. அந்தந்த ஃபீல்டில் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா யூ கேன் டாக் டு தம், தே வில் சே எது பெட்டராக இருக்கும்ட்டு. மேபி இப்போ என்கிட்ட கேட்கும்போது நான் வந்து ஹெச்ஆர் சொல்லுவேன். அட் த சேம் டைம் ஐ ஆல்சோ சே உங்களோட இண்டிவிஜுவல் பர்சனாலிட்டியை பேஸ் பண்ணி நான் சஜஸ்ட் பண்ணேன், உங்களுக்கு ஹெச்ஆரோட இது பெட்டராக இருக்கும், நீ இதை ட்ரை பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி. பட் நீங்கள் கேட்டால் தான் கிடைக்கும். யூ ஹவ் டு டாக் டு பீப்புள் டு டேக் த திங் அண்ட் லிவரேஜிங் தேர் கைடன்ஸ் அண்ட் கரியர் க்ரோத். ஸோ எத்தனை பேரை நீங்கள் மீட் பண்ணுறீங்க, எத்தனை ப்ரொஃபஷனல்ஸை மீட் பண்ணுறீங்க, அவங்ககிட்ட இருந்து எவ்வளோ இன்புட் எடுக்கிறீங்கன்றது ரொம்ப ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். அதுதான் வந்து பார்த்தா உங்களை இது பண்ணும். சி எங்களுக்கு வந்து பார்த்தா இன்க்ளூடிங் ஸ்டீஃபன் ரைட், எங்களுக்கு இந்த மாதிரி வந்து ஒரு காலேஜில் வந்து இப்படி பண்ணுங்க அப்படி பண்ணுங்க சொல்கிறதுக்குலாம் வந்து பார்த்தா அதுவே கிடையாது. வி ஹிட் த திங் அண்ட் ட்ரை டு டேக் இட் அப் அண்ட் திங். ஐஎம்ல வந்து இட் இஸ் அ டிஃப்ரெண்ட் வே ஆஃப் எக்ஸ்போஷர். பட் யூஜிலலாம் எனக்கு ஒன்றும் பெருசாக ஒரு இதுவே கிடையாது, எங்கள் செஷன்ஸே கிடையாது. அப்போலாம் நாங்கள் தான் வந்து பார்த்தா லைப்ரரி போகணும், ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ணோம், இது பண்ணோம். வி டாக் டு பீப்புள் அண்ட் டேக் இட். வாண்டட் டு ஹண்ட் திங், ஸோ வி ஆர் டேக்கிங் இட் அப். ஸோ உங்களுக்கு வந்து இன்றைக்கி நிறைய ஆப்ஷன்ஸ் இருக்குது, இங்கேயே நிறைய ஆப்ஷன்ஸ் இருக்குது. பட் ஹவு மச் யூ ஆர் யூட்டிலைசிங் இட் இஸ் வெரி வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். ஸோ ஃபைனலி பர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் வர்சஸ் பெர்செப்ஷன். ஓகே, உங்களுக்கு வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா உங்கள் பெர்செப்ஷன் மேட்டர்ஸ், நீங்கள் என்ன பர்சீவ் பண்ணுறீங்க உங்கள் மைண்டில் அப்படின்றது. பட் பர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் இஸ் டிஃப்ரெண்ட். நம்ம தப்பாக நினச்சா அது தப்பு தானான்றது கிடையாது. நீங்கள் வந்து இது வரைக்கும் பேசின விஷயங்கள், உங்கள் ஃபீட்பேக்கை கரெக்டாக எடுத்துகிட்டு போகிறீங்க, உங்கள் டைம் ப்ரையாரிட்டைஸ் பண்ணுறீங்க, வாட் இஸ் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் ஃபார் யூ நீங்கள் எடுத்துகிட்டு போகிறீங்கன்னா தென் ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்காக வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா உங்கள் பெர்செப்ஷன் வில் சேஞ்ச். சிமிலர்லி அலைனிங் பர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் வெர்சஸ் விசிபிலிட்டி. நீங்கள் இன்றைக்கி டேட்டில் வந்து பார்த்தா வெறும் பர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணால் மட்டும் பார்த்தாது, அதை வந்து பார்த்தா ஷோ கேஸும் பண்ணணும். கரெக்டாக நான் இப்படி பண்ணியிருக்கேன், இந்த இதில் பண்ணியிருக்கிறது நீங்கள் ஷோகேஸ் பண்ணணும். அதுக்கான மீடியம்ஸ் தான் வந்து பார்த்தா இந்த லிங்க்டின் அண்ட் ஆல் தோஸ் திங்ஸ். ஸோ ஜஸ்ட்டு வந்து நான் ஒரு டாப்பர்னா மட்டும் இல்லாமல் அந்த டாப்பரை எப்படி நீங்கள் விஷுவலைஸ் பண்ணி அதை கரெக்டாக பொசிஷன் பண்ணணும் ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். இப்போ இருக்கிற கார்பரேட் வேர்ல்டு அது ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். கம்பெனிஸ்லேயும் அதான் எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க. ஃபைனலி பில்டிங் ரெப்புடேஷன் ஃபார் ரிலையபிலிட்டி அண்ட் இம்பாக்ட். நீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்குன்னு ஒரு குவாலிட்டி இருக்குன்னு பீப்புள் ஹேவ் டு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட். ஹே, இப்போ ஒரு ட்ரஸ்ட் வர்த்தி பர்சன், ஹீ இஸ் அ மெட்டிகுலஸ் பாய், ஹீ கேன் ஆல்வேஸ் ஸ்டாண்ட் வித் இஸ் கமிட்மெண்ட். அந்த மாதிரி உங்களுக்குன்னு ஒரு பிராண்டை கிரியேட் பண்ணிங்க. என்னை அப்ரோச் பண்ணால் என்னால் இது பண்ணி முடிக்க முடியும் அப்படின்னு. இஃப் யூ ஆர் ஏபிள் டு டூ இட், தட்ஸ் வேர் கார்பரேட் ஆல்சோ எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் டு கோ டு இட். டிபெண்டபிள் பர்சன், இவங்கிட்ட போனால் இது முடியும் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி. பட் நீங்கள் என்ன பர்சனாலிட்டினே ஒரு நாள் கேஜ் பண்ண முடியலன்னா அப்போ நீங்கள் இம்பாக்டே கிரியேட் பண்ணலன்னு அர்த்தம். ஸோ எவ்ரி ஒன் ஹேவ் அ பர்சனாலிட்டி அண்ட் டு டேக் இட் ஃபார்வர்ட். இது ரொம்ப சிம்பிள் டேர்ம்ஸை சொல்லணும்னு வச்சுங்களேன். ஒரு ரீசன் அட்ராக்ஷன், ஹவு மெனி ஆஃப் யூ வாட்ச் ஐபிஎல் ஆர் கிரிக்கெட் அஸ் சச்? ஓகே, 50%. Fine. So, Suryavamshi, ஒரு 15 வயசு பையன், right? People can say Suryavamshi is the next Kohli or he is the next Sachin. இல்ல. It is about who is going to be the next Suryavamshi. He is different. ஒரு கோலி ஆர் சச்சின் பண்ண ரெக்கார்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் வந்து இந்த பையன் இப்பயே பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டான். ஸோ இட் இஸ் நாட் அபவுட் someone becoming a like Suryavamshi transforming to a Kohli or a thing illa. Who's going to transform as a Suryavamshi? It's like that. So இதை டிப்பிக்கலாக உங்கள் இதில் போட்டு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நீங்கள் வந்து நான் அவரை மாதிரி ஆகணும் இவரை மாதிரி ஆகணும் இல்லை, நீங்கள் உங்களை மாதிரியே இருங்க. உங்களை மாதிரி ஒருத்தவங்களை ஃபாலோ பண்ணி வராங்களான்னு பாருங்கள். தட்ஸ் வெரி வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். Finally, like your career acceleration tips is that be proactive, don't reactive. ஸோ ரியாக்டிவ் சம்திங் தட் உங்கள்கிட்ட வந்து ஒருத்தங்க பின் பாயிண்ட் பண்ணிட்டதுக்கப்புறம் நீங்கள் வந்து அதை போய் பண்ணுறீங்க. அப்படி இல்லாமல் ப்ரோஆக்டிவாக இருங்க. இது நடக்கணுமா, அதுக்கு நான் என்ன பண்ணணும், எப்படி நான் ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணிக்கணும், எப்படி நான் அதில் வந்து ஃபாஸ்ட்டாக இருக்கணும் அப்படின்றது. ஒரு தப்பு நடந்ததுக்கப்புறம் போயிட்டு இது பண்ணுறது. ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஒரு ஆக்சிடென்ட் ஆகிடுச்சு, ஃபாஸ்டராக போய் வந்து எல்லாத்தையும் ரெக்கவர் பண்ணாங்க அது பண்ணாங்கிறது ஃபைன். ஆனால் ஆக்சிடென்ட் ஆகாமல் தடுக்கிறது தான் வந்து ப்ரோஆக்டிவ்னஸ், ரைட்? ஸோ மோர் ஆஃப் த டைம்ஸ் எப்படி வந்து நீங்கள் ஒரு பிரச்சனை நடக்காமல் பார்த்துங்க, அதுதான் வந்து பார்த்தா கார்பரேட் லைக் பண்ணுவாங்க. பிரச்சனை நடந்ததுக்கப்புறம் நீங்கள் வந்து அதை ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்ணீங்கன்றது வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒன் ஆஃப் த ஆக்ஷன், தட்ஸ் எக்ஸ்பெக்டேஷன், தட்ஸ் ஆல். அண்ட் லேர்ன் த பிஸ்னஸ் நாட் ஜஸ்ட் ஃபார் யுவர் ரோல். என்ன நீங்கள் போகிற கம்பெனி ஆர் நீங்கள் டார்கெட் பண்ண கம்பெனி என்னன்றதை அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணுங்கள். வாட் டு தட் டூ, அந்த பிஸ்னஸ் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணுங்கள். உங்கள் ரோல் மட்டும் நினச்சிக்கிட்டு ஒரு ப்ரோஜமும் இல்லை. நான் ஒரு ஹெச்ஆராக போக போகிறேன், நான் ஒரு ஃபினான்ஸ் பர்சனாக போக போகிறேன்றது மட்டும் இல்லை. என்ன கம்பெனியில் எதுக்காக போகிறீங்க, அந்த பிஸ்னஸ் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணுங்கள். டெவலப் அ க்ரோத் மைண்ட் செட். நீங்கள் வந்து என்னன்னா இந்த வயசுலேயே வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா லைக் ஒரு நான் நெக்ஸ்ட் இது க்ரோ ஆகணும், இந்த மில்லியன்லேருந்து இந்த மில்லியனை ரீச் பண்ணணும், இப்படி பண்ணணும், அந்த க்ரோத் மைண்ட் செட் வைங்க. டோன்ட் செட்டில் டவுன். ஒரு செட்டில் ஜாப் வரணும் சார், 50,000 சம்பளம் வந்தால் போதும் சார், நான் வந்து இதாகிட்டேன் சார்னா தென் யூ கேனாட் க்ரோ. ஆஸ்பயர் 2 times I will say. இப்போ இருக்கிற ஒரு சேலரியிலேருந்து 2 times ஆஸ்பயர் பண்ணணும். அப்போ தான் வந்து யூ கேன் ஹேவ் தட் க்ரோத் மைண்ட் செட் டு கோ டு த ஃபாஸ்டர் ஆஸ்பிரேஷன். இது கிடச்சிச்சு போதும்னு செட்டில் ஆகிட்டிங்கன்னா உங்களை ஒன்றும் பண்ண முடியாது. நிறைய வாட்டி வந்து இந்த கவர்மெண்ட் ஜாப்ஸ்லாம் அப்படி தான் இருக்கும். எப்படியாவது ஒரு கவர்மெண்ட் ஜாப்குள்ளே போயிட்டா பென்ஷன் வரும் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி. பட் நிறைய பீப்புளை வந்து அதை பிரேக் பண்ணி இப்போ இருக்கும்போது ஸ்டீரியோ டைப்பில் எப்படி வருதுன்னா, ஒரு கவர்மெண்ட் எம்ப்ளாயி அவனோட லைஃப் டைம் கடைசியாக வர எவ்வளோ சம்பளமோ அதை வந்து ஒரு ப்ரைவேட் இதில் வந்து 5 yearsலேயே வந்து ஏர்ன் பண்ணுறதுலாம் இருக்காங்க, பொட்டன்ஷியல் இருக்குது. ஆண்டர்பிரனர்ஸ் வந்து 2 yearsலேயே பண்ணுறாங்க. த பாயிண்ட் இஸ் தட் ஹவு யூ ஆர் ஏபிள் டு ஹேவ் தட் க்ரோத் மைண்ட் செட் ஃபார் யூ. அண்ட் ஸ்டே கியூரியஸ், ஓப்பன் டு ஃபீட்பேக். அகெயின் ஐ எம் இன்சிஸ்டிங் திஸ் ஃபீட்பேக். உங்களோட ஃபீட்பேக்ஸ் இஸ் வெரி வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். நீங்கள் என்ன தப்பு பண்ணுறீங்கன்றதை தெரிஞ்சுட்டு அதை கரெக்ட் பண்ணி எடுத்துகிட்டு போங்க. தட்ஸ் வெரி வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். டோன்ட் ஜஸ்ட் பி லைக் ஒன்லி அந்த பாசிட்டிவ் திங்ஸை மட்டும் உள்ள எடுத்துப்பேன் இது பண்ணாதீங்க. எவ்ரி ஒன் ஹேவ் அன் ஈவன் ஐ எம் சப்போஸ் டு கெட் மை ஃபீட்பேக்ஸ் அண்ட் கரெக்ட் மை செல்ஃப். Okay, so the feedback is very very important. As an MBA student, ensure that you get your feedback and see that how you are overcoming that. Okay, finally we are come for the Q&A. Okay, so there are certain aspects which is not been touched upon there, but I can take it in the questions, but feel free if you can throw your questions.
So I have a doubt. First of all, thank you for coming. And I'm doing a course on strategic HR right now. And I wanted to ask, so I was thought about something called as competency mapping and skill gap. So what would be your suggestion as college students, what we do for competency mapping and filling up the skill gap?
Okay, so for example, if you simply take your 2-year syllabus, okay, your first year MBA, second year MBA, right? You are currently putting what are the ones has been taught in KAOT, right? For the people, say for example, I have a set of people who are engineering background people, who are arts background people. For them, this is the syllabus, right? This mapping, this is the base of your competency mapping. What is that thing? Gap is something where an engineering student may able to perform something better in mathematics, but whereas someone who has done a BBA who has stopped maths in his 10th itself, after that he has only taken the things, right? For him, there's a gap for filling into this expectation, right? Your gap and the expectation comes from there. This, you can go one step ahead saying, KOT compared to a XLRI, KOT compared to a IIM, or KOT even compared to a PSG, right? What is the way of coaching or what is the way of syllabus given to those people? What we are getting it out, okay? Where do you see as a gap, right? Talking to a set of people there, what do you see as a difference, right? What is missing here? That is what is identifying the gap for it. When it typically take it up to an organization, right? When you talk about competencies, when you talk about goals and things like that, right? Every role has a competency saying that this is a competency, quality is one of the competency kind of thing. So in that, what is missing? The gap analysis for it. How do you coach it to go to that level kind of thing? Similar thing, you can take, as I told you, right, within this college, you can say that, hey, I have this many set of people, different segment of people. What is missing in them, right? How I can bridge that gap? An engineering student can support this people, and engineering student may not be able to write essays and things like that. This people can support him for writing, because this people will be good at narratives and things like that. That way you can bridge the gap. You can have, if you're identifying these are the gaps, then you can give that input to your HODs and say, sir, I tried of mapping these competencies for our college itself. I found that these are the gaps are there. If you can help us getting the coaching for these gaps, then we will be able to go to the next level. This is the first set of things. 6 months later, you are comparing yourself with the PSG and say that in PSG, these are the way they are coaching it out. We are missing these factors. Is it possible to bring some visiting faculty from PSG to come and assess us and do it out? Can I get one external person to evaluate our overall skills and say that where do we lack things into it? That's what. If you're understanding this concept, that's what you're going to do in the competency mapping and skill gapping for it. Questions?
Good afternoon, sir. I'm S.P. Dharanipriya. I have a doubt that what are the top 3 non-technical skills that a management student should build before placement? Because if while we taking finance or something, we want to learn about AI, SAP, Tally. But what are the non-technical skills you suggest to the management students?
Okay, see, non-technical skills, again, it's a vast, that if you talk about top 3 things, right? Communication is one big thing. Listening skills is very, very important, okay? Communication is about you first hear and take it up, like you listen what it is and you're reciprocating to it, right? So communication, communicating, you're listening, and very importantly, on the front of how you present yourself, right? Your MBA student having your overall presentation skills are very, very important. What you have done, you have to present in a way, right? Instantly you have to come forward for doing it. Like it's not about giving time that you have to take a time and do it. If you are suddenly asked you to come make a presentation, give it out, you should be ready to do that. You can understand the concept, quickly put your PPTs in place, and you have to explain and things like that. So in my view, MBAs should look at more on the communication, communicating skills, listening skills, and presenting skills.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, what are the common mistake marketing students make as they enter in company?
Okay, see, marketing and sales, right? It's very, very important. You understand that every specialization you should do a sales role. Sales roles by default. You cannot just neglect that and do it. So you should become a salesperson, right? Even in HR also, when you do a talent acquisition, right? We are giving an offer for someone. We are waiting for him to accept the offer and join. Forget about campus hiring. Lateral hiring is something where you don't know whom you're going to offer. You're identifying someone, doing interview, then you're offering him and bringing him to join, right? There's a big process. So you should have that sales skills. Only then you'll be able to convince someone, identify someone, sell the company to him, and ensure that he is joining too. So when it comes to a marketing person, right, as such marketing kind of thing, right, the missing factor is something where you have to understand what you are marketing. For example, if you're going for an interview, a marketing guy, say for example, a FMCG product is coming for a trade, you should understand what is the product lineup they have, who's the founder, okay, what is the revenue line they are targeting. There is something on top line, bottom line. Okay, top line is the aggregated goal they have achieved for it. Bottom line is that what is the minimum in some product they have reached the bottom line kind of thing. You should know all these things, right? Then sitting for an interview and talking to them will be helpful. If you are not aware of the product, just with the skill, if I can go and crack the interview, it's very, very tough. For example, if you take a finance student, right, there is a term called EBITDA. How many of you are aware of EBITDA? Okay, this is the takeaway task for you. EBITDA, like if you are able to put a note, I can very well compare if you have taken it from ChatGPT, okay, because whatever tool you use, I'll also take the same prompt and do it out. You understand what is EBITDA, and in your terms, if you're able to put a small case study to it and send it to me, okay, top 5 entries will get a special gift, told to you, okay, top 5 entries of that will get a EBITDA. So why I said EBITDA is that a business management student should definitely know that. A marketing student should know about EBITDA, right? What is coming as earnings and things before you get into the final submission. So as a marketing, the students making mistake is that they don't understand what is that organization is about, what do they do, what is their plans, where they failed, which strategies failed and things like that. If you're able to understand all those things, right, then you're able to answer it better. Without having the subject knowledge of the organization and what they do, and if you go for an interview or trying to sell yourself, right, then it doesn't work. They would try to understand how much you have done that research of it. Questions? Yeah, that's about it.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Shaktivel. I'm currently pursuing first year MBA. Sir, I would like to know about how to Prodapt AI in the hiring process today.
Okay. See, nowadays, like, since there is a lot of no supply available, demand is less, supply is high, which means that lot of people applying for job, but number of job vacancies are less. That way, what happens is that we use a tool, okay, very click. This tool, what they does is that the profiles will be uploaded to the tool. The job description will be given to the tool. It will match and say that out of this 100 profiles, these are the profiles are matching to it. You can call these people for interview. Second step is that 10 people's first round of interview will be done by the tool itself. The tool will ask questions, people have to answer and things like that. With that, the filtration, the 10 becomes 5. Only that 5 people have been interviewed by the second round of people. Okay, so the tool itself evaluates a profile based on the JD. What is the requirement and what is the current thing? Okay, and then it filters out. Second thing is that standard questionnaires is being asked by the tool itself. You have to answer to the tool. There again it filters it out and then finally says that these are the people who can be taken up to the next level of interviews and things. So we use that very click as a tool in Prodapt.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Kavya. What are the qualities do you expect joining in your company, the freshers for freshers?
See, generally, right, like, see, what I look at for people is that, right, how much you are strong in your basics. Okay, when you say that you have done your MBA, you have already completed a UG and in PG you have done your MBA, right? I would be trying to understand how much depth of knowledge of syllabus you know, right? If I'm able to understand what's your basics, what is the thing, right? If I ask about a first year subject, right, if you're able to talk about that, then. So that's the depth of it, where how much you are taking the basics into place. I know this app, I can create this one as a secondary to it. Basics are your core things, okay? So golden rules of accounting, right? If you're able to say the golden rule, right? That's also, then it means that, okay, you know the thing. It's not about how I can use a accounting tool on AI, right? That's the highest expectation. But the point is that basically, do you know the golden rules of accounting? That's the, so most of the HRs expect how much someone has been having the base knowledge, depth knowledge of it. It's called as a T, the depth of it. How much vast you are going, okay? That is immaterial, but how much depth you have gone and learned things is very, very important, okay? So the qualities is that how much you are strong on their depth. Second is that, are you able to position yourself on the right role? We have a job description. Are you able to understand your complete nature and take it to it? Many people have a reservation. I cannot travel. I will work only here. I want to do only this work, kind of thing. So those kind of things will be little tough for an entry-level opportunity. You should be ready to travel anywhere. You should be ready to travel any kind of thing. I can learn and grab it out. Even though I have not learned that particular thing, I am ready to learn and go along with that. I have a long-term plan. I have thought about my career. This is my long-term plan. I want to do a higher studies, but not immediately. But I have a plan to do it out thing. So that level of clarity do people have is what we look at it. Okay. To put it very simple, look at what is the depth of it. Someone who is able to understand what is the requirement is given in front of it and what is the plan you have, right? If you have thought about your own career, if these things are matching, then we'll be happy to take you in for a product.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Pooja. Sir, you told us not to follow others' pathway, that is, do not replicate others. If you are a student today, in order to shine in a unique way, what do you do, sir?
Okay, see, yeah, the one takeaway to it, right? Like, I'm not saying follow means, right? Like, many times what happens is that, right? You can follow a Rajinikanth, right? Don't assume that I want to become the next Rajinikanth. That's the problem, right? So, if I am today, right, I wanted to see that there's a two different set of things. There are traditionally people are hunting for jobs, going for interviews and things like that. There are some people who create opportunities and they make it up. 4 or 5 people starting a startup and jumping into it and do it out. Not everything is success over the success, but people are able to succeed also, right? So if I am a student at this point of junction, right, I wanted to explore multiple things. Don't want to settle with only one thing. I want to explore multiple things. Before but when you are getting an opportunity, right, you have to be sure that you want to join. Not that after getting one opportunity, you go on hunt 10 different things. Up to 2 is fine to compare and take it up. But you cannot, like after getting 2 opportunities, say, can I do a higher studies? You apply for a higher studies. Hey, my friend is starting a startup company. Can I go and join there? So you're not even clear what you want to do. But rather, you explore things, but take a firm decision of what you want to do. If I'm at your legs, right, I would try to see that what all is there. How entrepreneurship will work for a person like me. How higher studies in current scenario will work for me. How corporate will work for me. Can I try an UPSC kind of an exam? Can I try for it? Can I have 2-3 years time for clearing a UPSC exam? So that way I will definitely try to explore these things, but I will stick on to one and finally go there. That's what it is.
Is there anyone else?
Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir. How can CSBS students can bridge the gap between technical skills and management roles in the industry?
CS means like?
CSBS, Computer Science and Business Systems.
Okay. So the students can bridge the gap in the
Technical skills and
technical
management.
See, your knowledge, right, like MBA is something where you are supposed to understand a strategy or devise a strategy. You are not expected to go and sit and do a coding, right? If you know computer science or analytics is something where you are expected to hire at the team lead managerial level for fixing up the problem, not to sit and do it out. So if you're able to understand the concept, then it is well and good. I'll give you a very, very layman example. Okay. Do you ride a two-wheeler?
Yes, sir.
Yes? Okay. So you are not expected to become an automobile engineer to remove the engine and do a repair for it. You should at least know what is the thing. If it is an electric bike, then how the like your battery is connected, what is the performance value of the thing? Or if it is a petrol vehicle, then where is the spark? Like what would be the general thing it getting failed and things like that. You don't even need to fix it out. You should know whether it is something where you're able to identify what it is. Okay. I'll give you a typical example. One of my friend who is a mechanical engineering student. Okay. He was like kind of he wanted to become get into a car company and work. At that point of time, Ford was getting into India, and he wanted to get into Ford and things like that. So there was one person from Ford who came forward to the college, and he gave him things there. Okay, fine. I want to take set of people into it. So he was very happy and went on to it. So he gave an evaluation. He gave a car and asked him to go find out a spark plug, right? He theoretically know about the thing. He went it out and find out and all those things and said, "Sir, I am not able to find a spark plug in this car, sir. So there is fundamentally there is something wrong." Then he said that, "No, there's nothing to do with wrong with the thing. This is a diesel engine. Diesel engine doesn't have a spark plug. Only petrol engines have it." So that's the basics. Before jumping in, solving the issue, you should understand this basics, right? Putting the same thing to you, you don't need to be a person to go fix that thing, but you should understand whether it is a diesel engine or a petrol engine. What is the high-level mechanism for it? Same way, on the computer science front, a project is coming. You are supposed to be a project manager or a managerial support person there, right? You should understand what project is about, what is the value, what are the technology to be used and things like that. Whether you know to do a Java coding or to do a Python programming, right? That's not required. What should be applied into it, if you know to that extent, that is more than enough. That is the bridge where people are supposed to expect it from your stream to be at it. You don't need to be a coder. as such. But you should understand which kind of code is to be used into it. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. One last question before we close.
Sir, I'm Lakya.
Yeah.
So, what is more important for placement, sir? CGPA or skills based, sir?
See, both. I would say both, because some companies are still following the traditional style of filtering based on the CGPA. Okay, but again, all the CGPA or things are only the entry card for the interview. Like, you are eligible for an interview. Clearing an interview is about your skills, how you are able to put your skills into place, right? So, for me, it's about not just about I have learned this, but I have implemented this is very, very important. For example, next 1 year, if you are talking about I have solved this case study, I have run through the profit and loss account of this many companies. Okay, I have clearly watched about this merger and acquisition of this particular companies and try to get the inputs of it. I have presented this, but not about paper presentation. I have presented my thesis to an industry person. This kind of information you are able to put it forward, right? That's what is the differentiation for it. I told you about that tool which is evaluating the profiles, right? All friends are having a similar kind of profile with different GGPA, right? It will only select the numbers into it. But if you're having some differential information, something like how many case studies you have solved, how many company reports you have gone through, and those things are in your profile, right? Then it get more weightage for your profile to be interviewed. Hey, this girl has done something different than others. I wanted to talk to this girl, kind of thing, right? So for me, it's a balance. More than that, it's about how much you have studied, how you have applied it out and shown your profile something different is very, very important.
So then, what common mistakes does the students doing in interview, sir?
See, many times in interview, right, like you go with a pre-mindset. I am paid this much fees. So my expectation is that, okay, minimum 7 lakhs package is what I wanted out. Okay, the company is saying 6 lakhs, I will not take it up, right? And then I am looking at this particular location, right? I am looking at this brand and things like that. So many times you have your own expectations and that doesn't match with the company's offering. That's where it is getting failed. Go with an open mind, right? If they're asking you to even relocate, be ready to relocate, right? Don't go and think there. I have to ask my parents, sir, and tell you, sir, right? It happens. People make the thing. And they're more concerned about the salary component. Sir, I have already got a educational loan. I have to fix it up. So if I get this much salary, then I can fix it up, kind of thing, right? These kind of things in a first level of interview is not at all required. Okay, your compensation, salary, what they're going to offer, all those things is one of the rounds of interview, not in the first round. Many times on the anxiety, we talk about all these things. We don't ask about what is my role or how I'm supposed to engage myself in the thing now. That will be the questions. You will forget all these things, but ask more about somehow I have to get 8 lakhs package. Somehow I have to get it out. My friend has got this, so I have to get it out, right? That's where those anxieties is the one people make mistake on. Be very clear. Have compensation as the last thing. Any location I'm ready to go. I want to grab this opportunity. Okay. If you're able to go in that mindset with that homework, whatever I've said, then easily you can grab an opportunity. Right?
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Okay. I think thank you so much. If you can just move the slide to the. So you can stay connected with me on LinkedIn. This is my number, and Vijayan is my ID. You can always see that. And I'll also show you the page of Codex slide. Okay, this is a foundation which I run, NGO. Okay, Spark Global Foundation. So you can follow the page. There will be some opportunity for you becoming a volunteers also. Something would be updated there. So if you can follow the page, you'll get that input, and something happening in your region also, you can come and participate. Okay. Yes. That's it. Thank you so much for your time. I had a great time with you, and happy to be connected with you. I hope this 1 hour session was useful to you. I was able to deliver what you require. And feedback is open. I'm not sure whether I've completely satisfied your needs. Please give your feedback, honest feedback. I don't just want to know this is good, that is good. What I should have improvised or delivered it better. I'll definitely take that feedback. I'll try to correct it in your next meetings. Okay. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time.
I kindly request the dignitaries to occupy the stage. Thank you for the valuable session, sir. Gratitude is the way of heartfelt rewarding. Now, I invite Dr. S. Vijayan sir, HOD, MBA IEV, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good evening. Good evening to everyone present here. It is my privilege to propose a vote of thanks to insightful session on Industry Connect 2026 for management students as well as the CSBS students. First and foremost, I express our sincere thanks to gratitude our esteemed resource person, Mr. R. Vijayan sir, Head of Strategy Hiring, Prodapt Solution, Chennai, for delivering and enlightening a highly informative session. Your valuable insights into industry and expectation and career readiness have truly inspired to our students. Thank you, sir. I extend my heartfelt thanks to our respected founder and executive chairman, Dr. P.S.S. Srinivasan sir, for his constant support and encouragement. I also thank our respected principal sir, Dr. K. Visagavel, and director placement, PAT and AAA, Dr. P. Rajendran sir, as well as Dr. Rajesh sir, for their motivating and words and guidance. Thank you, sirs. My sincere thanks to Dr. A. Stephen, Director, MBA, for his warm welcome and address and continuous support, and Dr. T. Venkatesan, Head of the Department and MBA General, for introducing the chief guest, and thank you for your valuable welcome, sir. Finally, thank to all the students for their active participation and engagement during the sessions, and happy learning for today afternoon session. Thank you for once again your all presence to be in an active mode. Thank you once again. Finally, thank to all the being part of the wonderful program for today. Thank you once again. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. With this, we come to the end of today's program. We sincerely thank our chief guest, dignitaries, faculty members, and all our students for making this successful event. Everyone is requested to leave in an orderly manner to your respective classes. Have a great evening. Thank you.